So a lot of people know that you can go through and do, your different tasks and stuff like that and work your way down on the bottom. Okay. Now, what I will tell you guys is my recommendation is you start with the supply mission first. You start doing supply missions, do the hardest ones first, use your best cards. Okay. Once you're done with the supply mission, and by the way, if you haven't already, make sure you go to Reinforcement Depot and buy all the cards. Okay. That's number one with the support tokens. Once you're done with that, then you're going to go into the key missions and you're going to do your battles. And yes, as you get more Dunkirk survivors, you get additional, more economic bonus containers. Okay, so let me show you real quick how I like to do this. I'll show you the support route, and then I'll show you the other route. So we start with this, and what I always look for first is I'm looking for the right mix of debuffs. That's what I care about first and foremost. Okay, and typically on the hardest difficulty, you're going to have one of these that you're not going to be able to grab. That's really important to keep in mind, okay? A lot of times it's coal or something else that's not that big of a deal if you don't get it. So when I look at this, I'm looking at my debuffs. And by the way, make sure that you order by total power. It just helps later on once your ships start getting damaged to know like what the power levels are and stuff like that, okay? So I'm looking right now just to see, do I have something that is smoke, anti-air, or the eyeglass? And here's one right there, for example. Okay, now that's going to be a defeat, but maybe I have something that is also stronger than 162 that kicks up into the left with anti-air, and I do the Anthony right there. Because I put those two combos in, that's a victory all across the board. I can start looking at the other side of the map now. Okay, and what can I do for this? There's so many different ways to play this. There's no right way to do it. I'm just sharing with you guys how I like to do it. Okay. Low tier cards have better debuffs than the high tier cards. Right. So as I'm going through, I'm trying to think, okay, I don't care about the Canterbury. I want to make sure I get the victories. That's really the ones that I want to make sure that I do. So if all I care about is anti-air, then I'm going to scroll to the weakest card here. And I'm going to say, okay, that's not going to work. Fine. Is this going to work? No. Like that kind of stuff. Here we go. Marina. Bam. I don't care about all that. Let's just do it. I don't care about this double impact. That doesn't matter. I can buy them later for these support tokens. So I'm going to do that. That's my 3. Bam. Done. Okay. I'll do my other 3 later. But the other thing I need to show you guys is then the key mission. Now, this is something that I see a lot of people talking about, okay? Which is you just throw these ships up here, you don't care, you go to modifiers, and then you buy these at all costs modifiers, okay? And you can see how magically each of the losses will become wins. I don't recommend doing this, though. I do not recommend doing this. And the reason for that is you're missing out on survivors. You're leaving people in the ocean, okay? So I'm just going to put this like this, and I'm going to put a big X. Don't do this, okay? Don't do this. Not a good idea. I'll show you the right way to do it. I'm going to take off all the cards. I'm going to take off all of these at all costs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look. Now, I'm going to do it just once here. I'll show you guys. Normally, I've gone through all of the level 3 support missions, so it's a little bit harder for me to do it. But I obviously am set right now. So I'm gonna look for again the right mix of debuffs. That's what I'm looking for right now. That's what I'm getting at, Maruk. That is exactly what I'm getting at. As usual, you guys are like racing ahead of me. So let's see. I need anti-air above and something to the right of me if I can. I've got anti-air above right now for that. That is okay, I suppose. That's fine. Sorry to get ahead. Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So I'm continuing to look through, and what do I have here? I've got that and a smoke debuff above. Probably not good enough. Probably not good enough. That one's probably not good enough either. We'll see. But I'm trying to find something else that debuffs above, and I'm not. So now I'm thinking, okay, maybe I could do something like this that debuffs up to the left. And and then maybe I can find something that debuffs up and to the right. Like this one actually debuffs up and to the right, and now we've got 100% wins for everything except for this one. Okay, and then I want to look for this one over here, and that's going to be smoke or propulsion. So I'm looking, I see that. Ideally, I want something that's above and to the left of me. There we go, above and to the left of me. I don't care if the debuff applies or not, because this is the part that people don't understand. You have Sea Dog. Debuff can be applied even if the enemy doesn't have the matching vulnerability, okay? What you do is you put tactical modifiers. That's the second box. Okay, tactical endurance. You put tactical modifiers in here like that. Boom. Now it's a 100% chance of winning. Let's go buy another one. And you don't have to do it with these. There's other tactical modifiers that you can do too. Look, that's another 100% win. Now what you do is you buy extra space. You get 15% additional people running out, being evacuated, okay? This is great because if you haven't been playing the card game much, like Reigning Recon was saying, you can still catch up if you do this trick, okay? Now all of a sudden, I'm getting more people, right? I'm getting more rescued. Look at that. 180 to 207. 100% wins. I got all of them with extra space. There's other tacticals that you can use too, like buffs. Like this one buffs the next card over. That's great for, like, you know, if you're over here, for example, and you've got something that you know will buff. I haven't been able to make that work as much as I would like to. You can also use this one to double your debuff power, right? And you can see the difference it does on the motorboat there. So there are different tactical cards that you can utilize. I don't even care about keeping these ships alive. I don't bother using the repairs at all, because if you do this trick, and sometimes I find that I've had to do like one at all costs, that's fine, okay, or maybe even two. But if you do this trick, you're going to get so many more evacuation points, right? And that's going to lead you down the bottom path much quicker. It's going to get you to the rewards much faster. And it's possibly going to get you another container or two by the end of this event. There's still 16 days left at the time of recording this. So keep that in mind. Lots of things that you could do. Yes, I remember when I just started and I was just grinding to get to the 25. And now I'm at 600. Okay. So just do that. Like I said, work your way up through the support route and then do the key battles. I'm at the point now where, frankly, maybe I don't need to do any of the supports anymore. Or maybe I do the supports and I only go for like the special things that I know I want. And maybe I go for the Elite Commander XP just because, why not? It's something else. But anyway, that's my advanced or expert guide to being a super unicum with the card game. Hopefully that helped you guys out. Let me know, of course, later. I'm going to push this out to YouTube, so let me know if it was helpful for you. If there's any other tips that you guys have for the card game, put it in chat, and I would love to know if you guys are also on Twitch as you're watching right now, but later on YouTube. Do you want to see Wargaming put this kind of card game out again, or do you not like it? Sound off. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow, all that good stuff. All right.